Greetings, YouTube. Recently, I saw something on Tumblr which gave me a new perspective into one of the reasons that so many people in America are having a problem with these. And specifically, why so many men, in particular white men, are having a problem with these. You see, white men in America, particularly white, straight, cis men, are not used to having their bodies policed. They're used to be able to walk around in anything they want to wear with absolute and utter impunity. The ultimate act of entitlement. They have not have to be concerned in the least about how they appear. And particularly from the government. I mean, toxic masculinity will impose restrictions upon what men wear. If a man wears a skirt in public, even a kilt, there will be those who judge him and speak out against him. And look at the way we judge men, for example, about the difference between wearing a necktie around your neck and wearing a feather boa around your neck. You're going to get a lot more flack for wearing a feather boa than your average tie, done in a jaunty knot. I should get a feather boa. I don't have one. Maybe purple with little sparkly things. Men aren't used to that. So now you have people both in the private sectors, like just businesses, as well as fellow citizens, and saying, hey, put your mask on. And you also have the government in many instances. Cities are making mandatory mask wearing. States are doing it because the federal government, can't be arsed to do their goddamn job because the person at the top of the federal government is an absolute fucking moron. I could spend days describing how stupid the shit-gibbon is. It is truly astounding. And the only thing greater than his stupidity is his racism and bigotry. He is a marvel. He is like the eighth wonder of the bigotry world. Because he won't make an edict that says everybody in America has to wear a mask in public, which is what they should have done in March. There's these uneven policies. So a whole lot of white guys think that they are entitled to say no. Because they don't give a shit about protecting other people. That's why I'm wearing this. I'm wearing this to protect all the people around me. It's that simple. This plus social distancing, if everybody wore a mask and socially distanced, we'd have, 10 or 20,000 dead by now, maybe. Canada's got 9,000 dead. The United States has 185,000 at the time of this recording. And somehow the president thinks he's doing a good job. Remember, this is the guy that stalled the purchase of ventilators and then fired the team put in place by Obama to handle pandemics. Because Obama, for all his faults, and there are many, was capable of thinking beyond, the next quarter. So since we don't have a universal policy in America, you have these mismatched, patchwork policies. There's all these little loopholes, and all these guys think they can fall through them. And it's funny how a whole lot of conservative folks are all excited about the idea of a private business saying, oh, no, I'm not going to serve gay people or trans people. And they're like, yeah, a private business, they can do what they want to. But if a private business says, you can't walk in here without wearing a mask, suddenly it's tyranny. You don't get it both ways. If you believe the open market can dictate they can't serve to gay people or trans people, it also means they can dictate they don't serve to you because you're also being a fucking moron. Put on your mask. And I know, admonishing people for failing to do something is probably not helping. But I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of the entitlement. I'm sick and tired of these angry white conservatives thinking that their personal freedoms are more important than the health and safety of everyone around them. And yes, that is a bruise on my arm. I had some blood drawn. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of their whining. I'm tired of them wearing chin guards instead of face masks. Just do your civic duty. Put a goddamn mask on. I know, yeah, while we're on the topic of civic duty, how about you don't vote for a fascist? That would be a good civic duty as well. But right now, white guys aren't used to having their bodies policed. They're just not used to it. Because if white guys had been on board with this from day one, we'd have no problems. We would have like almost no deaths in this country. But because they weren't, look what we got now. Because in America, women are used to having their bodies policed. Minorities groups are used to having their bodies policed. Gay people are used to it. Trans people are used to it. All of these people have been policed, both legally and socially. There was a time when a woman wearing men's clothes could be arrested for wearing pants. And if a man wore a bra, he could be arrested. What do you care what somebody else wears? Social conservatism is a communicable disease, and we need to stomp it out. We also need to stomp out COVID-19. And this is how we're going to do it. Social distancing, wearing masks. It's not complex. Your average 3 or 4-year-old can figure this shit out. But not a grown-ass adult white man. It's all about his freedoms, his free speech, his expression. You're not the boss of me. You're not my real dad. Yeah, it makes you sound like an angry 13-year-old. Worse, a toddler. Put your mask on. Save a life. Be smart. Don't vote for fascists.